ladies and dudes, this is Rebecca Barkley, aka BooBob1970. This is my review for a day. And today's review, ladies and dudes, well, my friends, this is it. This is the most biggest moment that everybody has been waiting for from my last 19 movie reviews that I've done in the year of 2011 or 2013. So here we go, ladies and dudes. Here is my 20th movie review. And my 20th movie review is The Wolverine. And it starts right now. So let's head on to the main plot of the story before I can tell you about what the heck do I think about this movie. So the movie starts off, it took place in the last X-Men movie called The Last Stand. Wolverine had decided to go home to the place where he normally came from, somewhere around Canada or Alaska. He wants to restart his life all over again after the death of Jean Grey. He had a messed up life, and he decided to live on the mountains with the grizzly bear that he made friends with, and he discovered that his grizzly bear friend had already died from some type of poison. Until one night he goes to the bar and tells those hunters that he wants to make them pay for what they have done to that poor grizzly bear. A Japanese girl came by in the bar and, started attacking the hunters and all that stuff, and she met Wolverine in person, and she took Wolverine to Tokyo, Japan, to say hello and goodbye to this person that Wolverine knows in the past, back in World War II. And this old dude is telling Wolverine that he wants to find a way to help him out in some unknown reason about all the pain and suffering that he had for so many years, and he just want to make Wolverine mortal so that way he'll never heal himself ever again. And then that poor old dude is dead. They went to the funeral scene, say their final goodbyes and all that stuff, until there was a big giant chaos happening that a couple ninjas, samurais, whoever these bad guys are, they're on the loose. They attack Wolverine on purpose, and they try to kidnap this young girl named Mariko, who is some old dude's granddaughter and all that stuff, and Wolverine is going to do the best he can to protect Mariko as quick as he can so he could, just do the most important mission of his life, is to protect this old dude's daughter at all costs while he's in a big giant area in Tokyo, Japan. There's only a couple of questions remain in this movie. Will ever Wolverine find out that why is he not healing himself, and is it true he will become mortal? Or will he ever protect Mariko at all costs when there's some bad guys on the loose? Or what's gonna happen while Wolverine is in a big giant chaos of his life while he's in the area of Tokyo, Japan? So anyway, that's my whole entire plot of the Wolverine, and I don't want to take too many things away about it. So to tell you the truth is, ladies and dudes, what the heck do I think about this movie? Duh! I frickin' love this movie! This is one of the best films that I've seen in the year of 2013, or maybe the only movie that I want to see in the year of 2013. I will say, I do enjoy the storyline, I do enjoy the characters, except for one, the main villainess I don't want to talk about in this review. I love the action scenes, I love the drama, I love the score, has some good CGI moments here and there, and some plot twists going on that you gotta see to believe. Yeah, this movie did blow me away, just like when I first saw Taken 2. So anyway, ladies and dudes, let's head on to my strongest points and the weakest points of this movie. I will say for the strongest points of Wolverine is a tie. Just a tie between the train scene and the relationship between Wolverine and Mariko. I will say for the train scene, it was pretty darn well done. One of the most strongest action scenes in the whole entire movie. And I do love the part where Wolverine has to risk his life to face one of these bad guys on the top of the train so he could do the best he can to survive, so he can go back inside the train and make sure that Mariko is okay. If you know what I mean. And also, I love the relationship between Wolverine and Mariko. It's just like the same thing for the Wolverine anime. I really enjoy their connection, their combining, and try to get to know their storylines, their pain and sorrow. They're both lonely characters, and most of all, they just want to be loved by someone that you could trust, I guess. And I wish I could say more about Mariko and Wolverine's relationship, but anyway, that's one of the best things I love about this movie is a good relationship between a mutant and a human being. You could say it's kind of like a Beauty and the Beast story feel to it, or maybe something that came from Samurai X's betrayal, where Kenshin and Tomo are going to share their feelings with each other and start to grow when they fall in love, if you know what I mean. And also, Wolverine is also one of the best Forbidden Love story comic books that I have ever seen in my life. It's a really good Forbidden Love story, if you know what I mean. And now let's go on to the most weakest point in the movie, and I will say there's only two main weaknesses I found in this movie. The first reason why Wolverine has some weak point is sometimes the story can be a little bit slow. I think I saw it around like near in the middle and saw around near the end of the story. It can be a little bit slow, but anyway, we gotta wait till the slowness stops and head on back to what's fast-paced. The second one is there's no Kikyo in this movie. I want to see a Kikyo character so badly in a Wolverine movie, and they did not show it. After all, they did show it in the Wolverine anime, but they never show it in the movie. I really, really want to see a Kikyo character in the Wolverine movie so badly. I want to see a really cool mutant who could release his swords in his own hands. Kikyo is such a cool character. I don't know why they never put him in this movie, and that's so darn disappointing. I want to see a Kikyo character so badly, if you know what I mean. So anyway, that's my strongest points and the weakest points of Wolverine. Now let's go on to the characters. There's only 4 good characters I do love in this movie, and I want to make this nice and quick before I could go on to my final thoughts. Okay, the first character I want to talk about is that mysterious samurai girl with the red hair. I forgot her name. I will say she was definitely the best character in the whole entire movie. She was so darn awesome. And she is one of the best sidekick characters in the whole entire movie. I will say she had a good storyline. She has a great personality, great attitude. She's such a bad A-word character. And she's just freaking awesome. What else could I say? That woman with the red hair, she is definitely one of the best characters in the whole entire movie. The second character I want to mention is definitely Mariko. Mariko is such a beautiful character. I love her personality. I love her attitude. She has a great storyline. She's very sweet, honest, beloved. She's very lonely. She needs someone who could love her as a person and not something else. And like I said, I do love the relationship between her and Wolverine. It was so darn good in its own right, if you know what I mean. The third character I want to talk about is Jean Grey, played by Famke Janssen. I mean, Famke Janssen still nailed her character as Jean Grey even to this day. I mean, I will say for her, I love her personality, her attitude. She has beautiful red hair. She has a lovely smile on her face. And let's just say she is just the main guy for Wolverine. You know, she wants to know what Wolverine's doing and all that stuff, and try to make sure that he's okay, if you know what I mean. I will say that Famke Janssen did do a pretty good job as Jean Grey, and I can't wait to see her again when she comes back and reprise her role as Lenore for Taken 3. I sure hope that she and Brian Mills can work out on their relationship, or maybe we could see something that involves too much information, if you know what I mean. Oh yeah, I would like to see that happening. So, thank you, Famke Janssen, for coming back and reprise your role for Jean Grey, and I can't wait to see you again for Lenore in Taken 3. And now let's go on to the main character of the movie, and that is Wolverine, played by Hugh Jackman. I will say Hugh Jackman still do a pretty good job even to this day as Wolverine. He was so darn awesome in this film. I mean, he had a great storyline, he has a great personality, great attitude, he's such a bad A-word character, and I love everything that he did in this movie. He did a little comedy stuff. He's a hopeless romantic dude. He's a bad A-word dude who released some, these good claws. I mean, this guy is frickin' awesome, and I really want to thank Hugh Jackman for coming back and reprise his role as one of the most legendary hero characters of all time. So, you go, Hugh Jackman. You are truly the man. And also, he is one of my top 3 most favorite actors of all time. Hugh Jackman's my 3rd favorite, Alan Rickman's my 2nd favorite, but no matter what, Liam Neeson will always be my 1st favorite. As always. And now, ladies and dudes, here we go. The moment you all been waiting for. Here's my final thoughts of Wolverine. Overall, Wolverine is such a pretty darn good movie. One of the best action superhero films of all time. It had a good storyline, has good characters, except for one. It has great action scenes, great drama, great score, and one of the most biggest plot twist moments that you'll never forget in movie history. So anyway, ladies and dudes, I decided to give Wolverine a really good score of 9.5 out of 10. You had better watch this movie to believe it. If you haven't, I'm sure Wolverine, the red-haired girl, or anybody else will hunt you down and take you down for the count, if you know what I mean. So anyway, ladies and dudes, that's my whole entire movie review of Wolverine. I hope you enjoyed this movie review, and there's only too many things I want to tell you about. Okay, my first one is, what is your favorite movie review that I've done so far? In all of my 19 or 20 movie reviews that I did in the year 2011 or 2013. For me, my most favorite movie review that I've done so far is the first Taken movie. Without this movie, there's no way I will never ever do other movie reviews. If you know what I mean. This will always be Liam Neeson's most best movie of all time. And also for my later on movie reviews to come, and I already put it down on a piece of paper, if you know what I mean. So here are my later on movie reviews. Tron Legacy, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, Batman Forever, Up, Pocahontas, Prince of Egypt, Princess Mononoke. And my 4 later on Liam Neeson movie reviews is Michael Collins' Les Miserables, the 1998 version, the 2 movies that I want to see in the future, Nut Job, and Taken 3. So be prepared for my new movie reviews to come, and I'll see you all later. Sayonara.